Alright, finally got everything set up. Hopefully it sounds okay. I have been tampering with this for like 30 minutes. It's just been crazy, so I apologize for the lateness. It's literally just technical issues. I should have gotten this situated before, but I was like, oh, it's gonna be fine. It'll be okay. And it was not okay, so. Alright. References! We're gonna be updating references. And I'm sorry if the music skips. That was another issue too. I was like, oh, I'll use Spotify today. It won't be an issue. And then I opened Spotify and it's just like being a butt, so I'm just like, nope. I'm going to YouTube. I don't even care. It's fine. And I got fan art showing at the bottom left now, so that's another part of the... It wasn't really an issue, it was just, like I said, getting the setup. But yeah. Sorry, I got a big cup of water. I haven't had an open container on this desk in so long. I trust myself now. It's 2020. New year, new me, right? Alright, so these are all the references we've gotten done so far. Rolo, we got Lloyd, Briar, and I'm thinking today I'm gonna do either Avery or Temptress. Try to get the main characters done first. Okay. Hey, Smooth! Welcome to the stream, how are you? Yay, also nice stream layout, thank you! I decided, like, I was really hesitant on the fan art thing, because I was like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to show everybody's fan art, but, like, I mean, I got pretty much everybody, I think. Hey, we're live, whoop! Hey, Tranquil, welcome to the stream, how are you? By the way, if I sound scratchy, that's why I brought water. Because I was like, I don't know what's been going on with my throat recently. It's just been off. Plus, I'm not gonna lie, I woke up like an hour ago, because I had stayed up all night working on this scene, and then the program crashed, and all of the frames that I worked on for hours was just gone. Just gone. So, I've been here, girl, I know, it's just that whenever I started up, I like to actually say, like, talk to you guys rather than just talking through chat, so. It's alright, Smooth, next time I'll just disregard it, I won't say anything. Oh, I love water. I love the fan art. Oh, thanks, me too. It's all really good, I love it. Any kind of fan art I get is just amazing. Because the fact that somebody takes the time out of their day to, like, draw something because they love your series so much, or because they love a character so much, or a scene so much, it's just, it's really, it's heartwarming. Okay, so let's go ahead I think I'm gonna go ahead and just do Temptress, because I've been doing some Temptress art recently, and might as well do it while I'm in that Temptress mood. Water is the best, it really is. I used to drink a bunch of soda, and now I don't, so water is my best friend. I'm playing, please notice me. Oh, I'm just kidding too, I would never, like, not notice you. Alright, I'm just gonna open this art piece I did yesterday, or day before yesterday, and use that as a reference. I literally just posted this. Okay, Temptress, let's knock you out here. Let's get rid of... I'm going to keep one up here, because I usually don't keep all these open. I'll keep Lloyd open. Actually, no. Let's keep Rolo, since Temptress is his girl. Okie dokie. But how has everybody been? I haven't streamed in a little bit. It hasn't really even been that long. I think I streamed on New Year's, but I was a little bit... I think I was drinking for sure, because it's New Year's, but, and plus I was playing the game, and I know I was, like, I wouldn't look back at it, I was like, ew, because I'm not really good when I'm playing, like, when I'm drinking, so it's like, no, who is good at something when they're drinking? That would be amazing if somebody was. Actually, no, I play the ukulele really well when I'm drunk, but I don't play games well, so I was like, that stream was so disorganized, in my opinion. Yes, water is life, it is. It's amazing. Every time I see the word water, I just want to drink it. I'm so hesitant with keeping open containers on this desk, though, because, I did spill it. The whole reason I stopped putting open containers on the desk is because I spilled it, and it almost got on my laptop, the one I'm using now, so that would have been not okay. I actually almost had a spill, the other day, too. I think it was on New Year's, yeah, because we were all in my office, and I was of course drinking. I can't remember if it was me that almost spilled it, or if it was my boyfriend, but something spilled and almost got my laptop, and of course I was aware enough to the point where I grabbed a towel and just picked my laptop up. I just was like, no matter what state I'm in, my laptop is my baby. Because if I lose this, I'm pretty much SOL. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm not using the tablet. I'm using the mouse pad again. Or the trackpad. I love how I was like, oh, I need to use this tablet as soon as I get it, and then as soon as I got it, I had the carpal tunnel situation, and still do. And now I'm just like, I have it there, but I'm gonna wait a little bit. Because then I have to set that up, and you know, that'll take longer. I got back to school in a couple weeks. Oh, or winter break still? I was like thinking about, like, I know everybody's break is different. That's good, you got a couple weeks more of a break though. If it's like the weekend before, I used to always dread going back to school if it was like the weekend before. But if it's like a couple weeks ahead of time, actually, yeah, if it's like at least a week ahead of time, I'd be like, okay, not too bad. Get all the stuff done I need to. Temptress, your cheek for... That's good. My friend was really drunk, but won every match in the game of Smash. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. See, I know there are some people who are good at stuff when they're drunk. They say that it brings up your creativity, but to be honest, I was not... like I said, I played the ukulele a little bit, but I wasn't, like, writing songs, and I wasn't, like... Oh, you know what? I did, I did write a little spoof when I was drunk, but I think it's... I'm gonna have to look back at that before I go ahead and go through with it. What am I doing? It's not Temptress' ears. I'm going based off the guidelines in the back. That's not Temptress. So yeah, update on that little scene crashing thing. So I got a few of the frames done that I lost, but I mean, I hate having to redo something that I already thought was good, because it's hard for me. I don't know why. I don't know if it's hard for anybody else, but it is for me, because I have to, like, getting the expressions exactly the same, getting everything exactly the same as it was, is just, by memory, it's just not, it doesn't work out for me, so, and I mean, it's not the worst crashing I've had, because I've lost complete scenes in the past, you know, my lack of saving. I've been saving regularly, but last night I was so in the zone, I was like, yes, get this coloring done, and then move on, and then I can save. That's how we're gonna do it tonight, and then lo and behold, it crashed. Tablet use for episode. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to. I actually have been on. Thank goodness it like works with my program, but. Oh, so yep, some people are back already, and my sister is back in high school. Yeah, same here. My brother is too. Or today is the day that he went back. But I mean, he got a longer. I mean, I don't know how long your sister had her break, but my brother got a longer break than I got when I was in school. What am I doing? Ashley, why? My brain is just, I just did it on the same layer, but what was I saying? Oh yeah, so yeah, my brother got, like, way longer of a break than we did when we were in school. I remember being back, like, right after New Year's. Like, not directly after New Year's, but not far out. Like, I definitely didn't get to till the 6th, for sure. Okay. Sorry. Staring at something. My phone. See, I feel like her nose is not that large. Okay, let's do it in bits. Ashley, let's not rush it. So, forehead. Good. Snout, not good. It's pretty hard for me too if I like the original. Oh yeah, the original, like, it, like, frames and stuff. Yeah, I can't, that's what I'm saying, like, I think that's what got me into the zone, because I was just like, oh, this looks so good, and it's gonna be so cool in the episode, and then it just froze. And even then, I was still in denial, because I was like, oh, my mouse froze. You know what? I'll give it a couple minutes. I'll go get some water, and I'll go out and talk to my boyfriend, and then I'll come back, it'll be fine. And it wasn't fine. It was just, like, still frozen. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I have to, like, close my laptop, and then open it, and then it'll be fine. I was in some serious denial, and then all that time that I wasted trying to get it back, it was just like, ugh. But I think at this point, I've been able to accept it a lot more, because like I said, I've lost complete scenes in the past. I want to switch over completely to Metabang, or I know people use Fire Alpaca to animate, but right now, it's just, I'm not really comfortable. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not really comfortable doing that right now. Not yet. Because it's gonna take me way longer to animate, and I'm just like, it takes me long enough as it is, so. That Briar fan art I did, the original sketch crashed, and I was proud of it. Oh my gosh! Well, I love the way it turned out, though. I'm sure the original was amazing, too. You need, like, a save button every time you click your mouse, for real. My boyfriend was like, they should have autosave on that program you use. Like, yeah, they don't, though. Actually, it's weird. I think I remember there being autosave on there, but it doesn't pop up all the time. I don't know why it does that. And it could be just my memory just failing me, because I do remember having autosave, though. I don't know. This program does autosave, though. The one I'm using now to draw. By the way, if you hear banging outside, I'm so sorry. I don't know what my neighbors are doing, but they actually are the reason that I got up. Thank goodness. Because I set an alarm and I didn't hear it, but they're out there banging on something. It's useful when it's waking me up, when I need to get up. But when I don't need to get up, it's like, ugh. But they do it in the afternoon most of the time. There was one time they did it in the morning, but I think they stopped. I don't know if somebody complained or they were just like, hey, we shouldn't do this because people are sleeping. Oh man, losing lots of stuff sucks. It does. It really does. And, you know, there have been a couple times, and I'm not gonna lie, where I've just been like, you know what, I'm done. F this series. I'm not going back. And then I'm just like, ugh, no, I love the series. I'm not gonna do that. Even then, I've never really been, like, seriously considering. I'm trying to get her butt right. I'm sorry. I've never really been considering, like, I've never considered, like, completely quitting because I lost the scene. But I'm not gonna say, like, I've not gotten angry from it, because I have. Especially because I still do use, I mean, now I use a tablet sometimes, but, with the episodes, but I mostly use the mouse trackpad back then, so, like, it's just like, oh, all those agonizing hours. Hey, Quiet Beam, welcome to the stream, how are you? I feel like I sound so, I'm not trying to, by the way, if I sound fake when I say that, I'm not trying to. I genuinely do care about how you guys are. Like, I know I'm just like, how are you with everybody, but... Okay. Let's get Temptress's paws. I wish I could animate episode 9 on... This is one of those episodes where I feel like if I animate one little frame, it's gonna give something away. Like, I know there's some frames I can animate, but those have already been done. So I'm, like, over here with these delicate scenes, and I'm just, like... I really do wish I could animate it on stream, though. I know a lot of people like seeing that, and I've seen a lot of people stream that kind of stuff. Crackers and finishing homework. Ooh, crackers. What kind of crackers are you eating? I like the, what is it? It's not cheesy. I don't know if it's cheesy or not, but it's like the orange ones with peanut butter in them. Pretty sure it's cheese. I'm not sure. That is not Temptress's tail. feel like the banging is definitely gonna be heard on stream, but like, I don't know. It's just so loud where I'm at right now. What is? I was about to say, please don't crash on me right now. It's being a little slow right now. It's like lagging. Okay, studios? I'm sorry, I don't know if I pronounced that right. Wheat thins! Ooh, wheat thins. Lovely. I haven't had wheat thins in forever. Now that my mic is back, though, I'm going to be recording for more auditions here soon. I was kind of hesitant. I was like, should I get back into voice acting like that? I still voice act here and there, but I don't do it as much as I used to. So I was like, I was wondering if I should get back into that. And now I've just, like, officially decided, like, yeah. Because I mostly got the mic for the stream and to record for current roles that I have, but now I'm just like, I kind of want to get back into voice acting. Like, auditioning for stuff. I've seen so many cool casting calls where I'm just, even like when I didn't have my mic especially, I was like, oh shoot, I really want to audition for that, but I can't do it. Or it's just like, oh, I really want to audition for that, but I'm not motivated enough to record. It's just, but now I'm just, I feel different. I definitely want to get back into it. Nose. Studious. Oh, Studious. Or Studious. What does that mean? I should do a fan art of Temptress. I like dogs with curled tails. Yeah, go for it. Listen, she's the only one that has like a curled tail. It's that Chow Chow Husky mix. Okay, pause. The one thing that I've been putting off. Means someone who works spends their time right. Oh! Yeah, you learn something new every day. I didn't know that. Thank you for bringing some cool facts into the stream. Yeah, my voice just went raspy. Loaded, I searched some cheese and peanut butter crackers and goldfish popped up. Oh my gosh. I mean, hey, there's probably, I haven't had a bunch of goldfish, but I'm pretty sure there's some out there that have peanut butter in them. I'm talking about the square ones. You know what I'm talking about? Or they're circle. But most of the time they're square. They're so good. Now I want some. I get so creeped out whenever I play like this type of music and it has like people talking because it always hits me out of nowhere.
Are interpretations of the world that tell you more about the guy who's talking than about the world he's talking about.
Let me do her eyes.
Trying to find ways to translate the knowledge, to teach us to ask the right questions, and then go and ask for explanations.
Slides a little bit. Yeah, that'll be fine for the eyes.
What do I ask for? Ask yourself if there's anything in your life.
Oh my gosh, my neighbors are literally, I feel like they're banging with all their like might over there. I feel like her eye needs to be a little smaller. Cause like, the more older they get, the smaller their eyes are. Well. Everything goes quiet as she concentrates on doing the eye. Oh, Temptress, why does your eye look like that? Have you seen Chow Chow? Have you seen a Chow Chow Husky mix? They're cute. Yeah, I have. That's what Temptress is. I based her off of that that mix of breeds. Because they are super cute. What are they doing? Building a house? Honestly, I have no idea. Like, I've gone out there a couple times and seen some construction. I think they're working on their back deck, like their porch in the back, but I have no clue. They've been working on it for weeks now. So part of me feels like that they're doing something, like they're doing, like, renovations or something. Obviously, they're, like, adding on to stuff. But, I don't know. I know that banging is, like, so loud, though. Like, I've heard construction before, like, right beside my house when I used to live with my mom's, but it was never that loud. So I don't know what they're doing over there. Like, I want to go ask, but my anxiety is just like, hell no. They're making a shrine of Briar. I wish. That would be so cool, and I just go over there, and I'm just, like, kind of creeped out, but not really, because, I don't know, I would probably be kind of creeped out if my neighbors were, because I know who my neighbor, I know who my neighbors are, and, I mean, I don't know, it's a good gesture. I can't be creeped out by that. It depends, I don't know. Cause I get different thoughts in my head. That would be kind of cool. One of my neighbors, I know I used to talk so much shit about my neighbors on my old live streams because they were so crazy. Like, literally, one of them threatened to shoot my dog and stuff when her daughter was putting her hands in the fence. That was so long ago. That was when I lived with my mom. But since we moved, me and my boyfriend got our own place, the neighbors that we have here, they're really, really chill. But there's one of them that he's so nice. It's not him. It's my anxiety, I swear. But he's, like, every time I go outside to take my dog out, he'll, like, talk to me and stuff. And, like I said, he's not, like, a mean guy or anything. He's usually just like, hi, how are you doing? But he tries to start conversations that I'm not really, like, I'm just going out there to take my dog out, you know? And he'll be like, how's everything going? And then it's not even bad conversation, it's just my anxiety. But, like, it's conversation that I would need to stick outside to talk to him for, and I usually just let Chief out and then go in the house and then come back, like, go inside and then come back out, to let him back in. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's not like, I don't want to be rude, because like I said, he's just having good conversation. It's just that it's not conversation that I can stick around for right now. And I might just be sounding mean. I'm not trying to sound mean at all. Like, there are times where you want to talk to people, and there are times where you don't. And me as a person, I don't like talking to people anyway. Like, I'll talk to you, like, of course, like, if you come and talk to me, I'm not gonna be like, oh, get away, anxiety, but I'm gonna be, like, really awkward. And it shows. But I've been talking to my therapist about that, too. Like, how do I not be awkward when, like, my neighbor comes over to talk to me? Because I want to be a good neighbor, I don't want to be mean. I'm trying to fix Temptress's eyebrows because it used to just be a circle, but now that I'm actually making eyebrows, I feel like it needs to be more eyebrow shaped. Not too big though, like I want it to still have the roundness that it has. Yeah, you know what? I don't know. For me, it's awkward when you say, I gotta go. Oh yeah, true. For real. Like, it's ending the conversation, too. That's really awkward. What's the most awkwardest thing that has ever happened to you guys? I was trying to word that. I was gonna say the most awkward thing you had to say to somebody, but I'm just like, the most awkward thing. I'll go ahead and share mine. Oh gosh, there's been a lot. I wouldn't say this was awkward, but I would say it was kind of it was more embarrassing than awkward. There's been so many. I'll just name a couple. So there was this one time that I was in lunch line at when I was still in high school, and there was this kid that was behind me, and he was talking to his friend, and I started getting to their conversation and kind of talking to them a little bit, and then the kid in front of me, I wasn't paying attention, but he wasn't either. Okay. So, I was getting out of line like normal because I didn't expect some kid to stop right in front of me as I was getting out of line, like, directly out of lunch line. So, yeah, I typed in my lunch number and I went to go out, and then we had, of course, mozzarella sticks that day, and I just didn't like it anyway, so I just wanted to take my food back. I just wanted to make it clear I wasn't going to eat my food anyway, so it's fine. But we had the mozzarella stick sauce, the marinara sauce, and I remember I was walking out, and then he stopped right directly in front of me, and of course I spilled my tray, because he stopped, he literally, it was such an unexpected stop that even if I had been paying attention, I probably could have stopped it, but, like, I wasn't, I was just, you know, typing, I was doing what I usually do. So he stopped directly in front of me, and my whole tray spilled on him and got on his pants, and me being the nice person, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, let me go get some napkins and stuff, and I was gonna give it to him to wipe off, because, you know, I gave you the napkins, you stopped in front of me, it was an accident, you know, that's usually how you do it, in my opinion. You usually just give them the napkin, they can wipe it off. I'm not gonna wipe it off for you, but, you know, I handed him the napkin, he just stared at me, he was like, okay, start wiping it off, and so I was like, what? I was like, I'm not really gonna do that. I said, I apologize to you, and I'm not gonna, like, wipe it off your pants. So, me being the awkward, nice person that I am, I literally we just had this long period of just staring at each other, and he looked, like, pissed. And I was just like, I just kept apologizing, and then I just wiped off his pants really, really quickly and threw it in the trash. And and I walked away, and he just stood there. I didn't get my lunch back or anything. I just kind of went and sat, because I was just like, it was the most awkward situation, one of the most awkward situations I've ever been in. Like, look, if I spill something on you, I apologize for it, and it's both our faults, you should be doing half the work. You're gonna wipe it off yourself, but I was so awkward and so anxious and so, like, weirded out. Nowadays, my anxiety's gotten a little bit better, like, I wouldn't do that nowadays, I would tell them to wipe it off themselves, but, oh boy, back then it was bad. And the guy was an asshole, so, I mean, you know. Oh yeah, I'm super awkward too, and it doesn't even seem to be a confidence thing, I just physically cannot not be awkward. Yeah, saying goodbye is awkward. Yeah, like, that's the thing, like, I feel like I can connect with people like that. Not saying that you have to be awkward to connect with me, but I'm saying, like, I can, sometimes when I pick up on the signs, I'm just like, ooh, I understand, but I'm not gonna confront you about understanding, but I understand. We'll connect on that awkward level. Even if it's, like, in silence. For me, it depends on if the vibe, if I vibe with the person. Like, I like people and talking to people, but I don't feel like we are vibing. Well, then I get awkward. The silence. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, that's the most awkward part is the silence, too. Like, whenever you ever been, like, in a conversation and then it just stops and you're... And even if it's with people that, like, I'm acquainted with, like, if it's people with, if it's with people that I'm really good friends with, usually I don't mind, but if it's with people that I don't really know like that, and it just gets silent, I'm just, like, trying to find a new topic, but then I'm just thinking in my head, oh, don't be annoying, don't be annoying. By the way, sorry if I sound stuffed up, I've been sick, I've been up and down recently. But, I'm trying to think of anything else really. There's been a lot of awkward things that have happened. What was it? Oh, I remember there's one. Oh my gosh, this is so bad. So, when I was in middle school, first of all, let me just give some background here. When, my middle school, they knew my sister, my older sister, and she wasn't, I love you if you're watching, Haley, but she wasn't always the best, student. You know, it was middle school. Some kids act up, some kids don't. And they knew her for that, so that when they saw my last name, they were like, oh, you're Haley's sister. And I was like, yeah. And immediately, they had some kind of, it wasn't, I think they had some against me, to be honest. It wasn't all the teachers. Some of them were just like, oh, I like your sister and stuff, but there were some that were just like, oh, you're gonna be just like your sister, and all that stuff. So, the one of the teachers that this happened to, she was one of the ones where she didn't favor me. Even though I was a good student, you know, I didn't do anything bad. It's not even me exaggerating, I was too scared to do bad stuff. But, so, yeah, there was a rule in that class where you couldn't eat any candy. You spit it out the door, if you get caught with it, you get sent to D9, which is like a detention center. And, I remember sorry, I'm gonna go back to drawing in a second. I remember I brought Jolly Ranchers in, because I bought Jolly Ranchers the night before, and I love Jolly Ranchers, and I'm just like, look, she's not gonna notice, I'll just keep it in my mouth, if it becomes a problem, I'll put it under my tongue, like, she's not gonna notice. I want my blue raspberry, because that's, like, my favorite flavor, I remember that's the one I was chewing on. So, we're in, class, we're working on our projects, and I remember I went to ask her a question, and I was like, oh, I'll put it under my tongue, it'll be fine. And this is crazy shit. I'm sorry, I'm just feeling awkward. So I went to go ask her a question, and I was like, starting to ask the question, and as I started, spit came out of my mouth because of the Jolly Rancher. Because you know how you're just like, it's such a weird thing to explain, but the spit came directly out of my mouth and flew onto her face, and it wasn't one of those things where she didn't notice. We stopped our conversation, she slowly waved her face and was like, what's in your mouth? And I got in trouble. It was so freaking awkward. Because the way she wiped her face, it was so slow. Like, she did it so slowly and in such disgust. And I was just like, oh, I'm done. I am done. And she said I got sent to D9. But I was, like, out of it right after that class ended. Because it was for a piece of candy. And it was just... But I remember, like, even students were looking over, because, like, when she stopped to wipe her face, it was just... I don't even think it was the way that I had done it. I mean, of course, I spit, that was bad, but I think it was the way she wiped her face that was the most awkwardest part, because it was so slow, and so acknowledging of the fact that I just spit accidentally on her. Plus, it gave away the fact that I had candy in my mouth, so... I've always got trouble with candy, though. I have another really bad story, but this woman, like, yelled and slammed her hand on the desk and went too far. But yeah, let me read the chat real quick. Gives tissues, thank you! Wow, oh, you're talking about the spitting thing. Hey, Loaded, hey, Gabsy, welcome to the stream, how are you? Yeah, it was bad, it was pretty bad, but I mean, like, I look back on that kind of stuff, and I'm just like, it's good to be over with it, you know, like, it's good to not have to deal with that anymore. But, there was other time, and it was in the same school, actually. It was still in middle school. Middle school was, like, the most awkwardest year of my life. But, so, in my art class was very strict. My teacher was super strict, and it was one of those teachers where you don't want to piss her off. Like, you didn't, like, if she asked you a question, you better know the answer. If you don't know the answer, you better give a good one, because she was so prone to snap. And I don't even know how this person was able to, like, I don't think teachers should be allowed to snap like that. I get students aren't always the best and aren't always the most respectful, but I think snapping to the point where you're, like, yelling to the top of your lungs and slamming your hand on the table, I think that's a bit much, especially for middle school. I mean, that might just be my opinion, I don't know, but... I've gotten snapped on in elementary school like that, like, oh, hold on, I'll tell that story in a second. So, there was a rule in this class, I don't know why I did this, because it was so stupid. I knew I was in the wrong, I knew that I wasn't supposed to be doing it, but there was a rule where you couldn't chew gum. If she gave you a piece of candy, you ate the candy in the class, and you put the wrapper in the trash can, you go about your day, because she didn't want you bringing that to another classroom. But if you bring in gum or anything like that, the reason I emphasize gum is because that's what I was chewing, and she hated gum. She did not like gum. She said that kids put it underneath her table, and she didn't like it, and, you know, it's understandable. I wouldn't want kids putting gum on my tables. So, I remember we got into class, and I was like, I don't think it hit me. I was having a really, really bad morning, and it didn't hit me that I had gum in my mouth until I was already sit down and seated for roll call, so... I remember I sat down, and it was like a radar. She knew that I had gum in my mouth. I don't know how, maybe because I was aware of it after she started doing roll, and I stood up and said, oh, present. But when I said it, I was like, shit, I got gum in my mouth. And then she was like, yeah, I see it. I see your gum in your mouth. We had this moment of, like, acknowledgement in her gaze. She knew that I had gum in my mouth, and I knew I had gum in my mouth, and I knew I was in trouble, and she was like, yeah, you know you're in trouble. But it wasn't like a, Ashley, come to the front, let's talk about you having, it was like, how dare you bring gum in my class, and I was just like, what the heck? Like, I'd seen her snap at other students before, but I had tried so much to be on her good side, because art was my favorite class, and, you know, I just didn't want to be snapped at, so I didn't want to be anywhere near, you know, I didn't want to be prone to being snapped at, so I tried to be on her good side, but she lost her shit. That was, like, the last gum that she had before she was gonna snap, and I think I was that person who had that gum. So, she snapped, she started slamming her head, she was like, I got sent to D9, I hate D9. I got sent to D9, and, you know, of course I got out right after the class ended, but... I remember I was almost in tears, because it's one of those things where you have somebody yelling at you, and you just start tearing up. I'm not even gonna lie, I was scared, like, I was shaking, I was like, jeez. Like, I was just like, get this gum out of my mouth. Because it was... I just don't like that. I understand that she was upset. Maybe she had a bad morning. I had a bad morning. But you know, just the way she snacked was so ferocious and so scary. And I was just like, this little girl just so scared. But yeah, it ended up being fine. I apologized to her the next day, and we worked through it. She didn't tell me why she snapped like that. I didn't ask her why she snapped like that. But I didn't bring gum in there anymore, so she got her point across. Oh, jeez. Alright, let me read. I'm good, that's good. I have spent forever on digital painting, I just scraped it. Oh, no! Or scrapped it? Did you say scrapped it or scraped it? I either way. Wait, so, like, you deleted it? This is actually the other week, and I was in basketball practice with some other people. I was dribbling the ball, stepped onto my foot, and fell in front of air. Oh my gosh. That's sad. That sucks. Let me guess, people were, like, laughing and stuff. I don't get that. I never did that as a kid. Like, if somebody fell, and I'm not trying to sound like this, oh, goody two-shoes, but I actually didn't laugh at people when my siblings were different. If they fell, I would be laughing, but if it was somebody, like a friend or something, I felt really awkward laughing at them, so I wouldn't. That just sucks, though. I've done the same thing. I've fallen in front of people before. I've done really bad stuff in front of everybody before. Almost at my graduation. Thank gosh I did not. Because I almost fell at my graduation, and I was just like, please, not now. Not in front of all these kids, please. My superintendent is here. My principal is here. They already forgot the year of our graduation. Can we just not have any more mess-ups? So many interesting stories. I love telling stories, though, because it is interesting. It's nice to see, like, one, it's nice to see that people go through the same thing that you do. It's really reassuring. And not only that, but it's just interesting to see what people have experienced. Our teacher stories. Also, Quack, are you okay? Oh yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Gum is also helpful to learning. Not to this art teacher. You bring gum in her class, she's gonna rip you a new one. That's what she did to me. Oh, totally. I was actually going to basketball practice again tonight, so we'll see how that goes. Thanks for asking. That's good, though. Honestly, I found that one thing that does help, too, is, just kind of laughing. It's hard to at the time, especially if you're in pain, but kind of laughing with people. I have done that a couple times where especially in the bleachers, during gym, sometimes we'd go outside and run track and stuff, and I remember I literally fell down the bleachers, and it hurt so bad. And there was another time where, you know those hurdles that they jump over when they're running track? I set one up, and of course, like a dummy, we weren't supposed to be using it, but we found them in this shed outside when we were out running track, and I brought them out. I remember we were jumping them, and I fell over, and it hit my chest, and I was out of breath. I had to go to the nurse. I got in trouble for that, because they were like, why were you using these? But, I was in so much pain, but I remember just kind of trying to smile and laugh it off, and I was tearing up. I was like, oh, this hurts, but people were laughing at me, and then I realized that if I laugh with them, it's kind of like they're not laughing at me, even though they are. Kind of laugh at myself situation. They forgot the year of your graduation? Yeah, oof. Yeah, my superintendent went up there, he was like, to the graduates of 2015. It was 2016. Every parent in the room started looking around. Even us, we were just like, really? You can't even remember our year? And he didn't even correct it. He just kept going. He wasn't like, oh no, I'm sorry, it's 2016. No, he just, 2015 and kept going. And people were really pissed at that, because how are you gonna forget? It's not hard. I mean, maybe he had a bad day. I don't know. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, but our superintendent was an asshole, so the fact that he forgot just makes his character, like, more bad to me. Yeah. This foot is bothering me. It's because this part here is too far away. Oh yeah, laughing with people helps. It does. Sometimes it doesn't always play out too. Like I used to get bullied pretty bad. I would say in middle school, or in high school, sorry, was when it stopped happening. But I remember when I would try to do that laughing tactic, it would just get worse. So it helps sometimes though, especially when you're like embarrassed. It's just kind of like, yeah, let's laugh. Oh boy, yeah, it's. I don't know why he forgot our year, because again, it's pretty simple. It's on every decoration in the building. It's literally everywhere. It's on our cabs. It's on the banner behind you. Like, it's everywhere. And like I said, if maybe he was having a bad day, but part of me is just like, well, if you messed up, why not correct it? We only graduate once from high school, or at least, I only graduate once from high school. Why not correct it? Plus, it was a year where we were remembering, we had a couple people who passed away that year, so we were trying to keep them in memory, keep them in good spirits, and to fuck up the year, it's just, I don't know, it was a little disrespectful, but, and not even correct it, I think is the most disrespectful part, but, I mean, like I said, he was not the nicest man, so, he was pretty mean, actually. That's annoying, yeah, it is. I didn't know my most embarrassing situation until I remembered that. I got a soda out of the vending machine at school, and then I fell and it straight up, ooh, that sucks. And it's I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry, Tranquil. I was gonna say it's a really sticky situation, but that sucks. I'm sorry, I'm like a pun person, so like, that really does suck though. Were you around anybody? Like, did anybody help you up? I always used to get scared of opening soda cans, because all the soda cans I had were shaken up in the past. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. It didn't always help. Yeah, it just depends on the situation. They said my name wrong. Wait, at your graduation they said your name wrong? Oh my gosh. See, I feel like that should be, like, they should, like, correct that kind of stuff. Yeah, the guy sounds assy. He was. It was a sticky situation. Yeah, I hope you're okay, though. Like, that sucks. There was a few people around, they walked away or laughed. That's so fun. Like, come on. Like, go help. Like, you don't gotta be an asshole. See, I would help you up. I don't see. Like I said, I can't. If they did that at my high school graduation, oof. That's what I'm saying. Like that, they should either correct it or, I don't know. I know that parents usually get pissed off with that kind of stuff too. So the parents are usually the ones who are like going and confronting the superintendent and principal. Like, why'd you get my kid's name wrong? Why'd you get the year wrong? I mean, they literally have time to prepare for this stuff, so to get it wrong is just, I don't know. I don't see it as an excuse, because it's just like, I don't know. Like I said, you have time to prepare. We have to rehearse, so I know they must have to rehearse, or they should at least, especially if they're messing up this much. I graduated in the Notre Dame Stadium, and we were sitting there, and random person yelled out, "Notre Dame sucks," and it got quiet, and I was only laughing, and everyone else joined. I was the only one laughing, and everyone else joined in. Oh my gosh! Why would they say that? I've actually had that happen before, where I've been like the one laughing, and then it's like no one else is laughing. No one's ever joined in though. I've just been the only one laughing. It's just been awkward. Oh, so yeah. So there was this other time. I remember I told this story on like a while ago, like when I used to stream a lot, but I used to be in cheerleading, believe it or not. And I joined through my school, because, yeah, duh. Usually they have like YMCA cheerleading too, but I joined through my school. And it wasn't my thing. I tried to join because I wanted to get into activities that year, and I was in elementary school, mind you. Just keep that in mind, I was a kid. But I wanted to go ahead and I was like, you know what? Cheerleading is what I can do. I can do that. Not an art activity. I'll do cheerleading. I don't know why I want to do cheerleading. It's just that one thing. And, so when I first joined, I went to a couple of the practices and I just didn't enjoy it. I was just not really happy, and I really wasn't enjoying myself at all. So when, the time came to where I just wanted to quit, I went and I told my mom. I was like, hey, you know, I think I'm ready to quit for cheerleading and stuff. And she wasn't like mean and mad about it or anything. She was just kind of like, because she didn't like force me to join. I joined on my own accord, but she was like, all right, well, that's fine. And mind you, I told her that I wanted to quit. then I quit, and then I told my mom I did quit. I was like, hey, I quit today, so I'll be coming home, you know, straight after school. I'll be coming home from now on. Somehow, in the mix of things, somehow my cheerleading coach got the impression that I told my mom that I got kicked out. I'm not even, look, if I lied back then, I would have admitted to it now. I did not lie. I told my mom I quit. I remember having the conversation with her because she was so supportive about it. She was like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, if you don't want to do it, that's fine. And I literally told her the day that I quit. I was like, I'm gonna be coming home after school, straight after school, because I quit today. Like, I'm gonna own up to it. If I said I quit, I quit. But apparently, somehow, my cheerleading coach got the impression that I told my mom that I got kicked out. I didn't. My mom would have called the school and said something. So, it was between my coach and my principal. I don't know how my principal got that impression, because I'm pretty sure I didn't tell my principal I quit. I don't know how she got the impression that I told my mom I got kicked out. I don't know where that came from. I honestly don't. To this day, I don't know where it came from. But long story short, my coach found out that apparently I lied and told my mom I got kicked out, and she came into my 3rd grade class and snapped. And she got in my face. She slammed her hand on the desk. I felt threatened because of how close she was while she was slamming her hand on the desk. She would have been close to cussing me out if we had not been in elementary school. But, you know, the fact that she was getting that close to my face and snap it, like, she was yelling I had never been that terrified in my life. She was like, how dare you tell your mother you quit? You know you are. Or, how dare you tell your mother I kicked you out? You know you quit. And I remember, like, there was no announcement whatsoever. We were in the middle of class. Even my teacher was like, what is going on? Why are you rushing in here like that? Like, she came in and, like, snapped, and the entire class, of course, I was getting bullied during that year, so the entire class laughed at me afterwards, and I just burst out crying. I was like, this is more sad than embarrassing. I'm sorry, but, but yeah, I started crying. My teacher, told me to step out with her, and I told her, like, I don't know where that came from. I told my mom I quit. And I told my mom. I told my mom about that. And my mom said something to the school. Because she was like, that's ridiculous. How are you going to snap on a 3rd grader like that? Like, I'm not even exaggerating. She was literally, like, a couple inches from my face. And she was, like, banging her hand on my desk so hard that, like, it was shaking it. So I was like... And plus, I knew she was in the wrong because of the way my teacher reacted. If my teacher knew that she was coming in, she would have took me aside and said, hey, your coach wants to talk to you. My teacher was, like, flattered, like, she was, like, shocked when she came in there like that. So I was like, yeah, I don't know where that came from, but I got scared. I can't remember if she apologized to me or not. I'm pretty sure she did. I can't remember. I don't want to give her... You know, I don't want to say, like, oh, she didn't apologize, because I don't know if I can't remember if she did or not. It was a long time ago. I do remember that because it freaking traumatized me. But maybe she did apologize. I'll just give her the benefit of the doubt for, like, doing that to people. I'll say she apologized. She apologized. But I just don't remember if she did or not. Even so, it's uncalled for. In elementary school, you have to have a certain filter on, and even if you have a bad day, you better put that shit aside because you're dealing with kids. And if my kid got snapped like that, I would go up to that school and have a fit. I would have a fit. And I don't even care. I would be reasonable, of course. I'm not gonna go in there and go like, oh my gosh, how dare you? No, but how dare you? No, I would have a fit. Good lord, yeah, I think the cheer coach did not like you. I feel like she didn't either. Like I said, a lot of these schools I went to, my sister had already gone there, and my sister was not a bad kid, but people assume that you're going to be this person based on how your siblings are, and she wasn't horrible, like I said, but she wasn't... You know what? No, screw that. In elementary school, she wasn't even that bad. I just think that coach probably didn't like me. I don't know why. Oh, but she had something going on. Did she get fired? No, she didn't. She did not get fired. She still remained a coach after that. I definitely think I agree with you, Smooth. I think she had something going on because, or she didn't like me. But I think she had something going on because I don't see any reason to snap. Like, even if this did not happen, I know for a fact this didn't happen, but even if I told my mom I got kicked out, you don't snap on a 3rd grader. You take them aside, have a parent-teacher conference, discuss it, talk it out. Do not go and snap in front of the class. Like, can I tell you something? I don't even put this out there like that. My bullying got way worse after that. Because then people started calling me a liar, and added to the fact that I was already getting called all these other names and getting, like, physically attacked and stuff. My bullying year was not good, and people always put their hands on me. I don't know why. I always fought back, but, like, she made it worse. She made it worse. That incident made it way worse. So yeah. And no, she didn't get fired. I don't know if she's still working now, but I've changed. I want to give her the benefit of the doubt and just say that something was going on, or she had a bad day, and even say maybe she apologized, but I don't remember. I don't remember if she did or not. I would have remembered if she did, though, I feel like, because that would have been a good happy ending to the story, right? I don't know. Yeah, I have a twin brother, and a lot of people assume we were the same as well. And see, I don't like that. I don't like when people... You shouldn't judge somebody based on how their family is. You shouldn't judge based on the group that their family associates with. You shouldn't, like, you shouldn't judge somebody. Get to know them. And it took me a long time to understand that, because I used to always preach it like I did it, and I never did. There were times where I still judge people inside, but I've gotten to the point now where I really want to get to know somebody before I judge them, because I've had it happen to me before, and it's not cool. It's not right. So, it's just not, I don't like that. I don't know why people do that. Like, they're not the same person. Even if they're twins, they're not the same person. You have to give them their own independence, and, you know, you can't assume that kind of thing, especially in an environment where you're trying to learn. You know, we're trying to learn about who we want to be and about... It's unnecessary. I never would want to be a teacher, because it's just not my passion, but I would never do that if I was a teacher. You're a twin? Oh, that's pretty cool, though. Yeah, I wish she got fired or punished in some way. I wish she did, too, honestly. But I can't remember. I can't remember if she apologized. If she apologized, I'd be like, you know what? Fair enough. We all have bad days, but I just don't remember her apologizing. Excuse me, I'm trying to burp. At my school, if a teacher starts to yell at a student, things start to go down until the school police comes. Oh my gosh. Like things start to go down, like fighting starts to go down, or like principals get involved. Oh jeez. 1 second, my mother is calling, and I'm not gonna ignore her call. I'm back, I'm so sorry. Just 1 second, I just gotta send a text real quick. Oh boy. Chief, don't lick that, please. That's a pillow, buddy. It's not a licking toy. He looks like I just interrupted his entire process. I'm sorry. My dog is a goofy boy. Thank you! I'm gonna read the chat in just a second, I'm sorry. I might get another phone call in a couple of minutes. It happens. I'm not even gonna sit here and try to be like, oh, how dare they call during my stream, but it happens.
Nothing more than a daydream.
Okay, I think I'm good now. I think so.
I hope that the rain will never stop.
Daydream.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I didn't know what I was saying before. I was talking about the teacher. Okay, let's scroll.
Oh, I see. So as soon as it stops raining,
Sam, I want to work with kids. Sorry. Work with kids, but not to be a teacher. Yeah, see, I would be okay with that too. I agree. Sorry, I'm just like on my phone. Okay, phone down. Yeah, that's something I like kids. I love kids, and I think my love for kids has gotten stronger since I've gotten older. I don't know why. I think it's just something that happens. Plus, you know, I've had nieces and nephews now, so it's like, it's different. I thought that was ice cream truck. Oh, yeah, with the music. You know what's weird? I haven't seen an ice cream truck in so long because there's no ice cream truck that comes down in my neighborhood because we're in a community. I never see an ice cream truck down here. I don't know how teachers get through the day sometimes. Yeah, honestly, especially like that's why I try to not I try to be as respectful as I can to teachers because I know they go through a lot of shit with students and some students are just straight up disrespectful. Like there's no excuse for how disrespectful kids are. I've seen students go choke teachers. I've seen students trample a pregnant teacher. Like she's okay, by the way. She was fine, but there was a fight and she was too close and got involved, tried to break it up, and it was just bad. It was bad on all parts. But it's just I wish that kids had more respect because then they would make teachers lives a lot easier, and it's just it's a lot. Sorry, I'm sorry. I keep looking right for getting text messages. Okay. But yeah, it sucks, and sometimes it sucks for students too because teachers get a bad vibe and they get this kind of attitude where it's just like every student's gonna be bad. So then they start, you know, being like that. It affects all parties in a way. You know, I wish Smooth. It sounded like a track Loaded made like she does for Reverse Tales. Oh, what the ice cream truck thing? To me at least. I'm working on a new soundtrack, by the way. I want to release it. It's already done. And the video's done. I just literally have to post it. I posted it in Discord already, but I want to release it to the public. Back with nachos, yum. They're homemade, but they're okay. I love nachos. Not with cheese though, just nachos with meat or something. I have to start working on getting, I mean, like, it's not, I have a lot of things I have to work on. The writing, the subspecial, there's a lot of things I have to work on. The bloopers, which aren't really that much of a priority, but the MAP that I'm trying to get finished, because I picked up extra parts on that. My current MAP parts that I'm still working on. Let me think. I'm almost done with that MAP part that I'm working on, though, so it's not, like, too bad. And then I have, I just have so much I gotta work on, but I was just thinking about it. I'm like, I want to start working on the songs that I wrote, because I wrote a lot of songs for Reverse Tales, and getting them recorded is it can be a lengthy process. I want to start working on that. I need to get, like, an organizer in my life. Like, I have a little document that I keep at the top right of my desktop, and I'll look at it. It's kind of like a reminder document, but I need to start getting my stuff organized, especially with the series, because eventually I want to wrap the series up and start on the second one, and see where I go from there, you know? Oh. Just taking a breather, sorry. Okay. Oh man, good luck with everything you're working on. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, I'm almost done with that MAP part, Tranquil, so it looks really good. I'm kind of leaning towards. I want to edit it a little bit more because I still have to do some of the coloring and line art and stuff. But I'm finishing it. And after that, I'm gonna work on the 500 sub special while working on episode 9. Depending on how much my channel grows, it might be a 600 sub special, so we will see. Make a cute bullet journal. I actually used to have a journal that I would write in. I just can't find it. I just got a little like set of it was not just notepads. It's like it's a booklet of some sort. I might start using that too. Kids are really funny. One kid came up to me and said, I smell board games and my next birthday will be in 10 years. Wait, what? Kids are really crazy. Kids are, I've met some really strange kids in my lifetime so far. I just don't talk to them anymore. To be honest, I don't really talk to a lot of people anymore. Especially from high school. When I tell you my anxiety's gotten way worse, but it's also gotten better. It's so confusing, but it makes sense if you're, like, going through it. Because, like, ever since 2018, like, my year, it's just been crazy. So, like, I feel like I haven't really had time to, like, go out and enjoy myself with friends, because I don't want to bring them down if I'm, like, I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird feeling to have. I do want to eventually, this year, I do want to get out more and because I'm getting my second surgery. Carpal tunnel is finally going to be done and over with. I already got my first surgery, and my hand's doing amazing. I love it. I can move it. It's not numb. It still hurts a little tiny bit when I push up. Not really that much. It's still healing, though. I've been lifting 5 pounds a week, like the surgeon told me to do, so everything's going good with that. But once carpal tunnel is finally out of my life, I will be happier. Kitties are great. Yeah, kids are awesome. It's always interesting what they're gonna say. Oof, that music changed. I haven't even been listening to the music like that. Was it like a dramatic shift? That got deep. Oh yeah. Every time I talk, it goes into this, like, I try not to go, like, too deep with things, but I like being able to talk about some stuff. Because, like I said, I don't like bringing people down with all the stuff that I have to deal with. That's what therapy's for, and I'm going to therapy. That was actually a big step for me, too, like, going to therapy. I was so anxious to go, and I was so nervous, and now I'm just like, hey, we did it. We are going. We've been going for a couple months now. We're good. Okay, Temptress. We need to add your eyelashes and your eyebrows. I'm so, like, I just want to rant about this episode 9, because it's been a lot longer to get done, and there's a couple reasons for that, but one of the main reasons is because I'm dealing with material that I haven't really dealt with before. You know, most of the episode, we're starting to get the supernatural twist onto the series. Like, we've already had it with Lloyd and Kano and stuff, and spirit attachments, but we are just starting to get, like, even episode 8, we just started getting into, like, the detached zone, so we're starting to get to the more supernatural stuff, and it is stuff I haven't really animated before, so I want to make sure, and even the audio too, like, I want to make sure everything sounds right and everything looks right. This episode's gonna be interesting. Oh jeez. 1 second, I'm so sorry. At least we got some music to listen to. He won't stop calling me. Alright guys, so unfortunately I'm probably gonna be on for like 3 more minutes at most. I gotta get off anyway because everybody's about to be home, or my boyfriend's about to be home, and I don't want to be streaming like while he just got home. I want to be able to chill with him. So, yeah, like shifted with your mood. See, that sometimes the music's just like that. It just goes with what I'm talking about, even though I'm not even paying attention to the music. Next time I stream, I'm probably going to try to stream within this week or this weekend, so next time I stream, I'll try to stream a little bit longer. I don't know how long I've been streaming. I think it's been like an hour, I think. Yeah, an hour or so. But yeah, next time I will finish up Temptress's reference, and I'll talk more about episode 9. I'm going to post the soundtrack, and hopefully you guys like it if you haven't heard it already. It's really cool. But yeah. As always, Discord is always in the description if you want more updates and to be able to talk to me a little bit more, talk to everybody, all these cool people that are in the server. And also the website is still down there too, so definitely check that out. I'm still updating the website, as I go, but I've been also keeping, like, I have detailed episode 9 updates. Not as detailed as you would get on, like, Patreon or something, but they're detailed enough, like, to give you at least a, like, understanding of where I'm at right now. So yeah, it was nice talking to you guys. It was nice talking to you all. Bye, Quiet. Bye, Smooth. But I'm gonna go ahead and head off now. Bye!